Hey guys, Tauberpa here, and holy crap, you can see my face! Don't worry, you won't have to look at it for long. Welcome to my first video review. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to try to make this video as enjoyable as possible so that you...
Move it along, doofus!
Thank you, Midna. Now, to start off this video, let me ask you a question. Now, since you watch my channel, I'm assuming that the Zelda games are some of your favorite games ever, right? Well, how about if I asked you what your favorite games besides Zelda were? Would you answer with something popular like Skyrim, Mass Effect, Dragon Age? Or would you be like me and answer with the title of a game that nobody's heard about? Well, today I'm going to share this game with you, and it's my very first video review. I don't expect it to be that good, but I want to try my best to convey my love for this game to you as much as possible. Okay, now before we start, I just want to give you a quick little story time to tell you how I got into this game. Basically, I went to college. Not really doing much with that degree, but I went to college. And while I was there, I decided one day to finally just go out and... Well, I didn't go out, I ordered it online, but I went and got myself a PlayStation 2. And one of the first games I got for the system was a game I had seen in an old gaming magazine, like, years ago. This game... I fell in love with this game. It's just... Let me put it this way. I've played this game more times, like all the way through, more times than I have played any single Zelda game. Like, any Zelda game, I have not played through as many times as this game. That's how much I love this game. But I suppose I have built this up enough. Let's just get this over with. This is Odin Sphere! Okay, quick outline here. I'm going to be talking about the gameplay, playable characters, and the story, of course. But the first thing I want to talk about is my favorite part of this game, and that is its art. This game is beautiful to look at. Scratch that. This game is fucking gorgeous to look at. Like, just... Wow. At least to me it is. I don't know what your definitions of art are. Maybe you've got the gothic, you know, ink dripping down the canvas type moody art that you're into. I don't know. I like colorful stuff. I like stuff that's just BAM! So much color! But instead of just me talking about it, how about I just show you the intro? I think you'll like this. Roll that intro! There are several things that I love about the art style of this game. One is, of course, the backgrounds and the stages you fight in. Those alone are captivating enough. I mean, just look at those. Jeez! But I also think the character designs are lovely too. If not a little odd. Some characters will seem to have extremely skinny arms and very odd anatomy. And some will be just huge. I mean, look how big this guy is! Holy crap! So yeah, personally, I love the way this game looks. I love the animation of the characters. There's always something moving. I could, you know, go on for hours about how unbelievably fucking gorgeous this game is, but I have other stuff to talk about, and I'm pretty sure I'd bore you guys just by talking about constantly saying how beautiful this game is. So let's get on with the gameplay. The gameplay is actually pretty simple. Odin Sphere is a side-scrolling RPG separated into chapters, and each chapter has its own map, and the map is separated into multiple stages with a boss at the end. The individual stages each have you face several enemies in order for you to progress. So basically, you beat down enemies to progress the map until you reach the boss. There's no real puzzle solving except for, you know, choosing the right way to go to get to the boss, which once you get the map is pretty easy to figure out. And if you don't have the map, you have no idea where you're going anyway, so that's not exactly puzzle solving, it's just guesswork. So it's pretty straightforward about what you need to get done and what you need to do. It's basically just beat the crap out of something and then move on. Which, I don't mind. I like that kind of gameplay. You are, however, going to have to pay attention to your enemy's movements, since sometimes they will dodge your attacks or unleash attacks of their own, which could do a lot of damage. They also sometimes just tend to sit there, eating honey, with a weird look on their face. What the fuck are you doing? We are in the middle of a battle! Take this seriously, dumbass! Yeah, sometimes your enemies are gonna do some odd things, which, you know, just adds to the charm of this game to me, because sometimes when you're in the middle of battle, all of a sudden your enemy just starts, like, I don't know, munching down some fruit, and you're just like, what? Okay. Okay. I don't know. There's some stuff that happens in the background, and sometimes the characters do that just makes this is just a gem to me. Also, going through the map, you can collect items and such. These items can be used for crafting things such as healing tonics, painkillers, and napalms. By the way, you are going to be making a lot of napalms. They're like the ultimate tool to use against bosses. Now, there is a leveling system, but it's a little different than the traditional one we're used to. What we're used to is you just kill something and you get experience and level up, right? Well, not in this game. In this game, you have two things to level up: your character and your weapon. First, what is your weapon? Some kind of crystal thingy?
That spear is a special weapon known as a cipher. It collects spirits that haunt battlefields and uses their power to smite enemies.
Huh, cool. Basically, every time you kill something, they release a form of life energy called phosons. These phosons can be either absorbed into your cipher, or you can use them to grow plants that give you food to eat. Absorbing phosons levels up your cipher, and eating food levels up your character's health. Eating makes you stronger! You can also grow things besides fruit, oddly enough. Did I just grow sheep? Also, leveling up your cipher will unlock new abilities to use in battle. Personally, I like the fact I don't have to hunt for weapons to make my character stronger, the weapon just gets stronger with me. I like that a lot more than in most RPGs where you are constantly looking for different weapons to make yourself stronger. Just give me something to level up with me, alright? I prefer that, please! Also, here's kind of a fun fact. There's a place in the game that if you have the right items, will serve you food that has a ton of XP. Holy shit, that food looks delicious. I want to eat it! Now, the only con in the game that I can think of would be that it's a bit tedious trying to gather and craft items. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Here's how you make a napalm. First, you get a material bottle. Put a seed in it. It falls out of your inventory onto the ground. You pick it up, open up your inventory again, put another seed in it. It falls out of your inventory again. You pick it up, put an onion in it, and here's where it gets complicated. It falls out of your inventory, and you have to pick it up again. Don't worry, this time you get 2 phosons with it! Yeah, crafting is the only part of this game that bothers me a bit. But it's a pretty minor irritant considering there are lots of popular games that have even more tedious stuff in them. By the way, on the subject of picking items up, just look at the way shopping is done in this game. You basically go up to a vendor, order the stuff that you want to buy, give them the money, they drop it on the ground. And you are expected to pick it up. Fine, I'll just pick this up. Asshole. Fuck you. Just pick it up right off the ground. Jerk. Some of this is food, damn it. Sometimes I order food and they do this. Health department is gonna own your assholes. By the way, bosses in this game are hard. I did a quick playthrough of this game on easy mode, just to get the clips for it. And I still died. A lot! Also, you may have noticed, but bosses are not only hard, but huge. I mean, just look at this boss. This is the first boss you face in the game. That fucker takes up most of the screen. He's not even the biggest boss! That's right! They get bigger! I love it! Alright, let's move on to one of my favorite parts of the game, the story and characters. And this game has a ton of both. Okay, I'm gonna try and spoil as little as I can, so bear with me. First, I find the characters in this game very endearing, well written, and most often, fun. Hey look, it's Bunny Link. He's so cute! OP Fairy is OP! Now the story is actually very much based on Norse mythology, if the fact that it's called Odin's Sphere didn't give that away. But it also has elements from classic fairy tales, like Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast, Red Riding Hood, what the fuck is she wearing? And Princess and the Frog.
What? What?
I love that. With me being a big fan of mythology and fairy tales, this game already seems amazing. But it gets better. Now through the game you can play as 5 characters, each one with their own fighting style, reaction times, and amount of damage they can unleash. They also each tell their own part of the same story. Basically all their stories are happening at the same time, and you have to go through all of them to piece them together and get the full story. One character just wants someone to love and care for them. One wants to be a good queen. One wants to remove a curse. Each character has their own personality and motivations. Sometimes you will even have to fight one of the other characters you play as so you can progress the story. It's kind of interesting. And all of the main and side characters are fun to watch too. What probably makes this better though is the growing sense of dread you start feeling as you progress through each story. As though something terrible is about to happen. Let me put it this way. The last part of this game is called Armageddon. So, that should tell you a bit about what happens in the game later on. There are multiple endings for each character depending on some of the choices you give near the end of the game, so it's very full on content. Oh, and don't worry about if you get a bad ending or not. It's not that bad. Right, Miris?
This is a terrible ending.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be wrapping up about now. But before I do that, I just need to tell you about one character in the game. I mean, it's gonna spoil quite a bit, so, spoilers. Meh. But this character, I just want to talk about this guy. This character's name is Oswald. Look at this motherfucker! Not only is he decked out in some sick black armor, but he has powers that turn him into a fucking daemon. He's a daemon! I fucking love Oswald! He is a perfect example of an emo character done right. I bet you have never heard someone say that before, have you? The main reason I hate emo characters is because they do nothing but whine. And whine. And whine. It's fucking annoying. Oswald doesn't whine. He has his emo moments, which, taken out of context, can seem a little pathetic.
Unrequited love is quite painful.
But he balances those out by being a fucking badass.
I do not want your pity. Let me help you make your decision a bit easier. You talk as if you know everything. Let me cease your tongue's flapping. Do you really think I would let you survive after we have fought? Let me show you that naivety has no place in battle. You called her bait, huh? You must have mistaken me for a better man.
Oswald don't give a shit! He just don't give a shit! There's this one scene near the end of the game, again, more spoilers, but, just bear with me, where one of the end game bosses, there are 5 of them, is destroying a city with his army of undead. He's just this big, ugly, 3-headed undead abomination. I mean, look at this fucker. And what does Oswald do? Just waltzes right up to the damn thing while the city's crumbling around him like it ain't no shit. Yeah, you're an undead horrific spawn of hell. Yeah, whatever. I love Oswald. He is just an awesome character. Well, that's about it, guys. I really wish I was better at this review thing than I am. Because I don't feel I properly gave you a good example of how wonderful this game is. I mean, I love this game. It has everything I enjoy in it, and it always upsets me every time I go someplace where people who play video games are, and I ask somebody, you know, have you ever heard of a game called Odin Sphere? And they reply with, I've never heard of that game, and I'm just like, damn it! I want someone to geek out with this with this game. Just somebody to geek out with. I just, If Xana had a PlayStation 3 or a PlayStation 4, I'd have him get it because it is available on the PS store, the store on the machine for $9.99. $10 bucks. $10 for this wonderful game. And like I said, I played it on easy mode, trying to go through it as fast as possible. I didn't even complete the game. I just got the clips that I needed for it. And I was able to put in like almost 25 hours into it. And that's speed running it. So yeah, that's if that doesn't tell you that you're definitely going to get your money's worth, I don't know what else to say, because honestly, guys, just check out this game if you can. If you have a PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4, go onto the store, purchase this game. If you have a PlayStation 2 and you want to buy the game, then go ahead. But I will warn you, when I played it on the PlayStation 2, there were some parts where a lot of enemies were spawning constantly, and just a ton of enemies on screen. It would slow down a bit. I haven't really had that problem on the PlayStation 3, or I'm pretty sure it wouldn't happen on the PlayStation 4 either, if it's not happening on the PlayStation 3. But I wouldn't know. I don't have a PlayStation 4. But yeah, if you don't want to deal with the slowdown at that point, which really wasn't very often. It was like 2 times throughout the entire game that it happened. But it was kind of annoying still. But yeah, if you don't want to deal with that and you just want it cheap, quick, get it on your PS3 or your PS4. It's worth it. It's seriously worth it. I would really love to just hear what you guys
Wrap
think.
it up, Tauberpa. No one wants to hear you blather on all day.
Midna, I am trying to be sincere and keep my emotions in check right now because of how much I love this game and want to share it with other people.
No one cares! People come to you so you can make them laugh. They don't actually care about your feelings or anything.
Bitch. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like this video, let me know in the comments section. And if you happen to give Odin Sphere a try, let me know what you thought about it. If it was good, or what. Anyway, thank you again, and have a happy anniversary. Seriously, why is she dressed like that?